Right, good morning. Let's talk about how we can make our own game with a coordinate grid. So what I've done here is I've created this template that I think is perfect to really start you off, and I'm going to show you how to make one of the questions. Once you've made one of the questions, your job is to make it go up to 5 questions at least. And obviously, you're going to add in a score and all of those things. But all of that's going to happen once you've broadcasted question one. And remember, we can always add score after. So I'm going to get out of here and let's get going and see what this looks like. So it starts off like this. We see that the dinosaur goes to the middle. He's got his first costume. He says he's a dancing dino, and then he dances. Let's check that out. I'm dancing dino. He does a sweet dance, which I love. Then he goes back to it and he says, we're going to learn about the coordinate grid. You're going to help me. He glides to the corner and gets smaller, but I don't think that's small enough, so I'm going to change that to 60. Because that's about the grid. I'm going to make him even smaller. I'm going to make him 50%, just so that he's tiny in the corner so it doesn't mess up what they can see. So let me just check what that looks like. Looks, set size to, oh, here, we can change it right in here. You can always see what different things look like.
How's Project Feather?
All right, so I'm not going to put in score because you guys have done that lots of times, but I am going to broadcast question one. I'm going to show you how to create a question. So he's going to broadcast question one, and then we're going to add in the missing item that has gone missing. So whatever, it really doesn't matter what he's lost. Perhaps he's lost his crystal. That's great. I like the size of that. Is the reason I picked that one. And now we got to decide where we want it to show up when it shows up. So I'm going to say I would like it at number 4, 6. And remember, we put it right at the point. So the thing is about this is we go to events. When the flag is clicked, we want to not see this, right? So we need it to hide. But when I receive question one, I would like it to show. So now when he receives question one, that diamond or crystal will show up exactly at 4, 6, right? That's what it's going to ask, which is awesome. And that all works out great. Help me find my missing items, show up at 4, 6. Now the big trick is how do we ask the question? And remember, anytime we want a question with an answer, we go into sensing. So sensing, we're going to ask, not what's your name, but it's going to ask where or what number, what is the x coordinate of this crystal? You know what? I think it would make more sense for the dinosaur to ask it. So let's pull that in. We'll drag it down. After he broadcasts Q1, that thing's going to pop up, and the dinosaur is going to say, what is the x coordinate of my crystal? Because he lost it, so he's feeling lonely. That's Q1, and here's the other piece we need. You know what? I don't like that. We're going to do it the other way. What is my x coordinate? And if we can look at the screen, the downside to this is the question seems to be covering up where it's asking. And I'm not sure how we can fix that. So I'm going to go into the backdrop now. Backdrops. Select the whole thing. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so I fixed it so that when it asks the question, we won't see the dinosaur, which really doesn't matter. But in here now, at least we can see the grid so people can figure out where it is. So it says, what is my x coordinate? So we know x coordinate is 4 and the y coordinate is 6. So here's what I need each question to look like, just so it's very, very clear. You're going to say, first, my y coordinate is 6. Is my x coordinate, right? So it's going to tell them what the 1 is, whichever one you're not asking. So I know my y is 6. I'm going to say, what is my x coordinate? Great. Then in our answer, if answer equals 4, that's what we like. So under events, control, if answer equals 4, then we can say at a point, and say, you got it. Get ready for question 2. And then you can broadcast new message Q2. Okay. And broadcast message Q2. If you are choosing to add score in, which I really think you should, I would actually bring in a control. If answer equals 4, broadcast you've got it, or do that. Add a score, get a point, else broadcast back to Q1. So I'm going to leave this like this so you can kind of struggle through it. Remember though, for Q2, and I'll give you the hint, you choose a sprite, you make the size appropriate, decide where you want it. This is at 9, 10, and then you would go when I receive Q2. Right? You're going to copy all this is almost exactly the same, except you got to change what the y coordinate is. And some questions need to ask about x coordinate, some need to ask about y. You need to have at least 5 questions. And if you're adding score, I'll do it anyways. Make a variable, call it score, have it show. When the game starts, set score to 0. And now, when we get a point, you got it. Change score by, well, I'm going to do 1, but you could do whatever you like. Else, you could have it change score by -1, so they lose a point, and then control, you could have, or broadcast Q1, so they have to go back. So if you get it wrong, here's what I've got so far, and then you're going to continue it on. So here we go. There's Dancing Dino. Going to learn about the coordinate grid. Score 0. Goes to the corner. Check out this axis. X goes left, right. Y goes up, down. Help me locate my missing items. My y coordinate is 6. What's my x coordinate? We see here, it's 4. Woohoo! Get ready for question 2. Okay, and then after he says get ready for question 2, I'm going to have him hide again because we actually don't need to see him. Or you could have him go down so that it looks like the dinosaurs. That'll be even more fun. So a couple of things that you're going to want to put in. And the first is motion. When he shows up, he goes there, exactly where we want. So always do your go-to. So when I receive Q2, you make sure they're the go-to. And then you can have him glide down like the dinosaur got him back, which would be amazing. So check this out. My y coordinate is 6. What's my x coordinate? 4. You got it. Get ready for question 2. Looks like the dinosaur collected that. That's super fun. All right, I'm not going to add anything else to this project. It is now yours to add to get at least 5 questions. And good luck. Bye.